What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. For those of you who don't know, my name is Stuart. Before we get started, I'm going to ask everybody to please make sure you watch this video to the end, hit the like button, subscribe, smash the bell notification so you know when we go live with another video. You are joining me on a pretty red day, so let's just jump straight into it. Chili's, XRP down, XLM down, a few that are up. Quant, HBAR, some of my favorite projects. Helium's also up a little bit as well, but overall, pretty much a bloodbath. My feeling is that this is because of what the numbers might be coming out on Thursday. We do have some data, the CPI data from America, and we do know that the dollar does influence the crypto market a lot. So I think this is sort of being priced into the market. So we are seeing negativity and possibly going to see either flat or more of a downside until Thursday, possibly Friday. If the numbers are bad, then we will see that continue as well. Having a look at the overall market cap, if we just give this a bit of a refresh here, we can see $914 billion. It's possibly going to be around the same when we see that it's gone up slightly, down now just over 2%, but still 918 billion, closer to the being under 900 billion than we are seeing it being closer to that $1 trillion mark, which is a psychological level where we want to see it at. Nothing really great to speak about. If we have a look at Bitcoin itself, just scraping over that $19,000 mark. I think it's going to be there. And, you know, at this point, I'm being boring. I'm probably just going to brush over this, but we can see here that it has been the same. It's going to be the same. It's going to go down, then it's going to go back up. If we have a look at the fear and greed index, we can see sitting at 24, slightly higher than yesterday. It's actually gone up from 20, but still 24. Extreme fear. We will see it probably in extreme fear for a long time. Great time to buy. As I say, cryptos are on sale. We have some great deals. If you have a look at some of these down here, and even if we just breeze through some of our top 10, XRP just under 50 cents, Solana sitting at 31, not one of my favorites. Another one that I think is great is Polkadot. All of these are on sale. Great deals. Probably not the best time to buy until we see what's coming out with the data. If you do want to get into it, make sure you do your own research before you go ahead and buy any cryptos. Moving on to some pretty positive news. As I spoke about in my video yesterday, there is Sibos, which is the networking event organized by Swift for a lot of the financial institutions around the world. Quant has been pretty prolific in tweeting about this and giving everybody the sort of highlights that have been happening in the last few days. And these are just some of the highlights from yesterday that I wanted to pick up and chat to everybody about. First one here was 69% of the Sibos audience who were at this talk think that the platform interoperability is the most pressing challenge to solve in order for digital assets to reach scale. Now, this is important because we do have a lot of different technologies between different banks, different countries. They all work differently. Whether you have a legacy system or you have a brand new system that has been developed for a bank, they're not going to work the same, and it's very difficult for banks to communicate with each other. And this is where a project and a network like Quant or Chainlink would be perfect to solve that problem, and where we will see Web3 technologies having use case. Remember, I have said it plenty times before, utility is going to win, and this is it. Quant with their overledger, Chainlink with their interoperability as well. Really what these banks and these financial institutions are going to be tapping into. We do have another one here from Rebecca Hackworth. She just tweeted, she must have been in the audience, mass adoption of digital assets is part of our journey towards the metaverse. This comes from Catherine Zhao of HSBC, one of the world's biggest banks, talking about metaverse. Speaking of metaverse, there is going to be an announcement today from Facebook or Meta. They're probably going to be introducing some new technologies, so you might see some of the metaverse projects picking up as this news comes out. But we're seeing a big bank talking about the metaverse. They're buying into this Web3 technology. I don't think the metaverse is where we're going to be for a long time. I think we are at the very infancy of metaverse. But if you can find any of these projects that are willing to work with the banks in the metaverse and financial institutions, you know, take a gamble. You never know where we're going to go. Now, there was another debate which I found very interesting that happened at Sibos, and that was around digital value solving real world problems. And we had experts from Euronext, Citi, Combank, JP Morgan, and Street Consult. some really big players in the market here, and they were speaking about how Web3 technologies and blockchain can solve real world problems. And the first one here was basically around smart contracts. When you look at a smart contract, you can easily imagine an environment where someone you trust is certifying the smart contract. There are many areas where centralized players can deliver value in a decentralized environment. And the next panelist went on to say there's a role to play in terms of trust. The role of the centralized institution isn't dead, but the execution may be decentralized. So this is exactly it when we're talking about blockchain. We have the centralized, which is going to be your financial institution and your traditional bank, where the sort of technology is decentralized and your settlements are decentralized. And that's going to be a big part of where we're going to see an XRP, a Quant, Algorand being used. And utility, again, this is what I can't say it enough, where utility is going to win. There's a long way for DeFi to grow up. Interest and hype doesn't reflect the number of users. We could help, but we'll tread very carefully because of the lack of regulatory clarity. We do know that this is a big one. Regulation is going to come in whether people within the market like it or not. But once regulation comes in, I think we're going to see mass adoption at a much higher pace than what we are currently seeing within the cryptocurrency world, within the blockchain world. So we trust it because we're regulated. That's banks. I mean, we trust our money there because we know that it's regulated. Shouldn't rush to the conclusion that DeFi will kill TradeFi. As we go on this journey of making ourselves more efficient, you're going to see a separate value chain, which is evolving bank technologies. This is the on-demand liquidity that we're talking about right here. That is going to be evolving bank technologies. This overledger from Quant is changing banking technology before our eyes, and a lot of people out there can't see it. Lending and syndication trade finance, any process that entails multiple parties who want to exchange information on a universal platform is DeFi. We're exploring a number of those use cases in our firm with our clients. Now, this gent here is from Citibank, so they're going to have some pretty major global clients, and they're exploring this. It's they've realized that it is coming, and they need to be ahead of the curve to make sure they keep their clients. One clear use case of DLT is immutability, the ability to timestamp guarantee data. The second is automated market money making schemes. They're very impressive, even if they're in early stages. Any retail investor has the potential to be part of it. Again, XRP with the on-demand liquidity. I can't stress this enough. XRP for me is going to be one of the biggest winners when this ISO 222 has been fully implemented. We're going to see it from November this year, and we have the statistics to say by 2025, most banking institutions or financial institutions will be compliant. They have to make use of the interoperability of something like Quant or Chainlink and something like the on-demand liquidity to settle the cross-border payments like an XRP. So this is just another one. DLT obviously being your normal blockchain. The ability to timestamp guarantee, that's your ISO confirmation right there. If they want to be ISO certified, they're going to have to make sure that they meet the standard. Tokenization of existing assets, if we can take the assets and put them on a public ledger, blockchain, XRP again, then we're much closer to what people call the Internet of Value, done in a way that is fully regulated. That's the next step, tokenization within a public ecosystem. Fantastic news there. That's coming out of Cybos. Now moving on to some news about XRP and Ripple. They're expanding their on-demand liquidity throughout Europe now. The court case is not slowing them down. Business and Europe presence, the network decided to partner with two major platforms in France and Sweden. The first one in France is Lemonway. The chief operating officer of Lemonway said that the traditional banking cut-off cycle and driving operational efficiencies will allow them to free up funds to invest into their business while enhancing customers' offering. The next one is they partnered up in Sweden with a company called XBart. It's a prominent Swedish money transfer provider. Again, cross-border payments between Sweden and Thailand. There's your cross-border again, facilitated by technologies that is XRP and Ripple. I can't say it enough. XRP are going to win. Anybody who wants to get into XRP, do it now while the price is cheap. We are never going to see these prices again. Again, not financial advice. Do your own research. Make sure you understand what XRP is about. Personally, I'm holding on to my XRP for a very long time because I see a huge future with it. Last story that I wanted to talk about, and guess what? It's XRP again. Confirmed Indian central bank are going to be using Ripple for their CBDC. Another CBDC making use of Ripple technology and their cross-border payment system. Mentioned here, decentralized 24/7 ledger that never sleeps, low cost, high speeds, no need of internet. So if we just go through some of these pictures here, we can see centralized innovation, development, a transparent and accountable system, blockchain and decentralization are necessary for the success of CBDCs. If we move on to the next one, it'll pique the interest of major investors in the Indian blockchain ecosystem. CBDC-driven use cases and products will be accessible to mainstream technology companies in a 24/7 economy. Digital rupee will be a game changer. CBDCs will be a medium of payment, a legal tender, and a safe store of value for all citizens, businesses, governments, and others which can get it converted in the bank, money, or cash. CBDC aims to speed up the transactions and reduce the cost. XRP is going to win, guys. I can't say that enough, and I'm going to keep saying it, so if you are tired of saying it, I'm sorry, but you will hear that from me again. That is everything that I had planned for you guys today. It has been a pretty slow day in the crypto world, so I just wanted to keep you updated with some of the things that are happening at Cybos and bring you some more positive news from XRP when it is a pretty red day. So thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe, comment down below, hit the bell notification, like the video, and I'll see you in the next one.